This is the all-seeing eye, the symbol. You can see it almost everywhere in this world. It's marked on the $1 bill, and many people shows off this sign in different pictures, and it's very common that especially famous people shows off this sign. They hid one eye, they darken one eye, and it represents Lucifer, Satan. So it's satanic, and like we can read in the 2 Corinthians 4:4, Satan is the god of this world. I read a little from 2 Corinthians 3-4. But even if our gospel is veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing, whose minds the god of this age has blinded. The god of this age is Satan. And it's in a prophecy in Zechariah 11:17. It's about the Antichrist who will come. Many I know speculate it's Obama, and if you ask me, I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm praying about it, and so should you do. But the most important thing is that you are in the right place with Jesus Christ, and then you have nothing to fear about. But now I will read the prophecy in Zechariah 11:17. It says about Antichrist, "Woe to the worthless shepherd who leaves the flock. A sword shall be against his arm, and against his right eye. His arm shall completely wither, and his right eye shall be totally blinded." So that's why we can see many who are Satanists, who worship Satan, the devil. They shows off one eye, the one eye symbol, the all-seeing eye. But you know, it's more than just a picture. That's a very important thing for you to know. It has evil power behind it, and if you are with Jesus Christ, it can't touch you because you are covered by Jesus' protection. But if you are in the dark, it will affect you. It's witchcraft, and many who do this, they know about it, and many don't. So we can also read in the Bible, Proverbs 10:10, it says, "He who winks with the eye causes trouble, but the prating fool will fall." I say it again, he who winks with the eye causes trouble. An interesting fact is, one time I got a dream where I saw the all-seeing eye symbol, and I heard this verse in the same time. And then later on, God told me to do a video about it, about this subject. So it's witchcraft, and if you have Jesus in your life, you don't need to worry. But if you don't, you better hurry to Jesus Christ. Satan works all the time. He never sleeps to bring so many he can down to hell, so he can torture those people, and so they will not get everlasting life with Jesus Christ. And how do we do that? He have made all the religions in this world except Christianity, if you want to call it a religion. It's a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Many prefer to say it that way. But all ways that is not following Jesus Christ will lead to hell. Like we read earlier, 2 Corinthians 4:4 says Satan is the god of this world. And in John 14:6 it says Jesus is the only way to the Father. No one comes to the Father except by, through Jesus Christ. So we can see all those false religions, Catholicism, Jehovah's Witnesses, Satanism, Freemasonry, Islam, atheism, when you don't believe in anything, it's also a religion in the eyes of many people. Many who follow Satan, they meditate and do yoga and stuff like that, and that can open up that will open up the third eye, it's also called, in your mind. That's why we can see many people who in Buddhism and Hinduism, they who practice yoga and stuff, they have often on a small little thing behind their eyes, over the nose. I can show a picture here so you know what I'm talking about. That represents the third eye, and they who have opened up the third eye are under demonic possession. Satan have them, and they feel good and stuff like that many times, but it's a false happiness, and they think they are enlightened, and that they know stuff that others don't know. But the truth is, if you follow Satan directly, if you worship him, or indirectly, that you don't worship him but still practice yoga and stuff like that, you are under demonic possession, and you are walking in the dark, because Jesus is the light. The Bible clearly says that. If you walk with him, you walk in the truth. And many believe they can be like gods if they open up the third eye, and they will level up, like you can call it. Like in Genesis 3:5 we can read that, I can read, "For God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened," Satan said to Eve, "and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." So they was fooled, Adam and Eve, to think they would be like God if they ate of the forbidden fruit, but they didn't. They died, and it's a lie. No one can be like God. No one. It's one place in our brain. It's called pineal gland, and this is the way that will be activated, so to say, when you do yoga and search after to be enlightened, and when the demons and Satan possess you. That's called the third eye. You can see and feel the other dimension, so to say, but it's not no good. It's all bad, and it leads to hell. And I will read what the Bible says in Ephesians 6:12. "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." So remember that. And now I will go on and talk a little about the klimataktivist, Greta Thunberg, she is coming from Sweden, and she do the will of the father of the darkness, Satan, I mean. It's no climate threat in this world. In Genesis, in the Bible, we can clearly read that God has promised us to that winter and summer and every different climate will exist until the end of this world. It will not disappear until Jesus has returned. No one can change that. Okay, you can be good and throw the garbage where you should, but you don't need to worry about a new ice age. It hasn't even been an ice age, by the way. It's evolution lie. But you don't need to worry. And this girl, Greta Thunberg, she is worthy of an Oscar nomination, I mean, because her outstanding acting performance in the UN. Let's see.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering, people are dying, entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
I mean, you can see that she's not serious. It's people behind Greta with a lot of power and money who is behind this nonsense. To control the masses, to bring fear in us, and to obey the government. We should obey the government in many ways, the Bible says, but not when it comes to wicked stuff. And this is a beginning of total controlation. This has an evil agenda behind it. Like I said, it's not exist any climate change. And let's see when Greta Thunberg is, I think it's a hidden camera, and one person says that brings up her diagnosis that she's mentally ill, like she has said herself. We can see that clip first.
I fell into depression, I stopped talking, and I stopped eating. In 2 months, I lost about 10 kilos of weight. Later on, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, OCD, and selective mutism.
That it's appropriate to have a child who talked about mental illness and be exploiting it in such a way. Taking her around the country, sort of, whoever gives you a Tesla, do you think that that's appropriate when you've talked about Greta's mental illness?
I don't have a mental illness.
You don't have severe autism? That's sort of was the... So you think that it's completely acceptable to be bringing a 16-year-old across the country?
I brought him, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, she says, when the interviewer says, the guy with the camera says, brings it up, about she has mental illness, she laughs about it, and then she says it's not a mental illness. But I can't say she have or have not, but I can say what I think. I believe she's a liar when it comes to that. I don't believe in that. And I have heard that her grades from school is probably fake too. And I know for sure that it's fake. The things about the climate, you know, that's a hoax. It's lies. It's evil propaganda. That's how it is. And you could see that, you know, she even shows up the all-seeing eye in the cover of a magazine. She is with the dark side. She follows the leaders of this world, and they follow Satan. And that's the way she walks, after Satan. God bless you, everyone, and have a good day. Bye.